Hey guys, M Hunter here, and today we're going to be going over Party/Halloween City 2022 animatronics worst to best. Now, I wanted to do this video for about 1 or 2 weeks. I'm pretty sure it's only been a week that I've wanted to do this video, but I've just been doing other videos that aren't Spirit Halloween reviews because I know last year those are really the only videos I did, and now I do other videos that aren't like that. So it's not the same thing every single time you look at my channel, because the Spirit Halloween reviews can get kind of boring. The only thing that I do is review the prop. And today we're going to be doing all the Party and Halloween, the Party City animatronics. So then it's not a separate video. So this video may be quite a few minutes long, like maybe 10 minutes long. So it may be quite long. And I'm going to go on some detail about them and how I really like them. And tomorrow I'm going to do a Spirit Halloween reviews episode. I'm going to try and get a couple more of those in because I know I have a lot of animatronics still left to do. And I just thought maybe to start off the week with a new video after a long break, had about 5 days break, to kick it off with a banger, which would be the Party/Halloween City 2022 animatronics worst to best. Now, let's get in to my least favorite from 2022. So my least favorite is probably the Rising Woman, and by the way, credit of this video goes to the Pixelated Pumpkin. This is probably my least favorite, only because she's just not really cool in my opinion. She's just not a good prop. She's $170. I don't know how tall she is, but she's just not a very scary, creepy, or like good-looking prop in my opinion. It's not really the best. It's almost like Spirit Halloween had the Rising Ghost Girl, or the Floating Ghost Girl from 2016. It was this. I feel like this is kind of where they got that the idea from of this, but just not as good and just not a good prop, really, in my opinion. I do hate some of the props from this year, not like them, and quite a few of them I do like. And my number one favorite is my favorite one of my favorite animatronics of all time now, and is my favorite animatronic from Halloween or Party City of all time. So I just don't really like the floating girl or levitating woman. I forgot her name. It's one of those two. So she sells for $170, like I already said, but she's my least favorite. Moving on to my second least favorite. So my second least favorite is probably the Skeleton and Ghost Kids. Now, I kind of like these guys. These guys are kind of cool. I just put them at the back because I just don't really like how it played. They look... The Skeleton, they both sound very weird, and their sayings are very cheesy. Obviously, you guys can't hear them, I can't hear them, but these guys are just not really that great of a prop. They're, it's just kind of, a weird thing. I mean, I can get, and, I just don't really like it as well because I'm more into, the more scary stuff and not the kid-friendly stuff. So this is definitely one of my least favorites of the year, but definitely way better than the Floating Girl. The Floating Woman, or Levitating Woman, it's one of those two. Once again, I cannot remember. I gotta look up their names, because I don't remember their names, So I figured out the girl's name. My least favorite from this year is the Rising Woman for $170, and this is a talking skeleton and ghost trick-or-treaters for $110. So this is the best thing about these is probably their price. Very good price for these guys, because I mean, to be honest, they're actually, that makes me like them a little bit better, but yet they are still gonna stay where they are. Still not a super big fan of them. And now, let's move on to my next. So, my third least favorite from there is the Lava Demon. Now, this guy, it's just kind of, he's actually pretty cool. I just think there's too much light in his face, and if there wasn't that much light, he would have been so much better. And for $270, I do not think that's a very good price for this guy. This guy should definitely be at like $200. He's huge, and fog, I'm pretty sure it comes out of his horns, which is pretty cool. Kind of an odd place for them to come out of, but just not super good of a prop. But yeah, moving on to my next, just the light. There's way too much there. Moving on to the next. So my next least favorite is the Ice Scream Clown. Now, this guy is actually pretty cool. He's kind of cool. 7.5 feet tall for $130 is such a deal. Though the bad thing is he's a static, and I don't really like statics. So he's not very good of a prop, and I don't know if he's actually like being sold like by Halloween City. I'm pretty sure he is. But he is. I've seen him in Halloween cities, so yeah, he is. He's made by Techie for $130. Pretty good deal. I think that's like a pretty good deal for this guy. His tongue looks very creepy, but this guy is just not very good in my opinion. I just don't really like static props, and all he does is make creepy sounds. So he's not the best and not really that cool of a clown animatronic. I think they had the potential to make this guy awesome. If he weren't a static prop, this guy may have been really, really cool, but he's just a static, so he's not that cool. So moving on to my next least favorite. Moving on is the Trash Can Raccoon. Now, this thing is definitely better than the others that we've gone by, but the raccoon looks okay. The best part is the head. It just doesn't look super good. I don't know how much he is. Went too far there. I don't know how much he is. I believe he's probably like 170, 160, 150, probably around there somewhere. But his jump scare is kind of good. I don't know if he's worth it or not. But then again, I still haven't seen any of these guys in person, because I still have to go, because whenever the Spirit Halloween Halloween City opens, I am going. I've gone to my party city, but they had Risen from the Grave and the Grim Reaper, the Fogging Grim Reaper from last year, and the Michael Myers that's being sold this year and last year. So they didn't really have anything new. Oh, and they had the Vengeful Vicky, but nothing really new. And I got to see the theme in person because maybe my opinion will change on them in person, but I just don't think the Raccoon Clown looks super good. So moving on to the next one. The next one is the Crouching Zombie Child. Now, if you guys remember, or even know that back in 2013, I believe, was the limb-eating zombie boy from Spirit Halloween. It kind of reminds me of him. I think they went of that idea and made a jump scare out of him, which I just don't really like the way it looks. Now, okay, well, take that back. He looks pretty creepy, but the jump scare is okay, but he's just not really that cool. Like, I mean, the jump scare is kind of good, and he doesn't look super good. I mean, it just definitely is not one of my favorites, but he's definitely kind of cool. So that is the Crouching Zombie Child, and moving on to the next one. So I'm going a little fast here. So the top three now is Cackles. This guy is huge. He's 12 feet tall. His movement is really just his head, but the price is what ruins it. Once you see him, like you kind of want it, like, badly, but the price, once you see that, you change your mind immediately. $500, I believe, for him. So you'll definitely never see this guy on my channel, because I honestly don't want to spend $500 on an animatronic. This guy is actually pretty cool. He looks very creepy, but he made my top three. yeah, so he would be my third favorite of the year for sure. He definitely, his hands are huge, his head's massive, his nose is big, his movement is okay with just his head, but then again, he is 12 feet tall, so he's going to be pretty big. So I doubt he'll fit in a few stores because the ceiling might be too short. But moving on to my second favorite animatronic from Halloween City 2022. So my next favorite, if you can't already tell, is the Torture Box Woman. I love this thing. It's so, like, we don't really see many bloody props from Spirit Halloween anymore. I saw this and I thought it was awesome. Just because there's so much blood on it, like, there's quite a bit of blood on it. It's so cool. Definitely one of my favorites. Okay, yeah, he's one of my favorites from Halloween City or Party City from, like, ever. He's so cool, or she is so cool, my bad. Yeah, the shaking animation, so cool. And I'm pretty sure she's already sold out online, but you can definitely find her in Halloween Cities. Some of these animatronics from this year, you can't, like, I haven't been able to, like, people, I believe, haven't been able to find in Party Cities. I know I haven't, because I went to Party City back in August, about a week or two ago, probably just a week ago, and they didn't have any of the new animatronics from this year. So, definitely gonna have to go to a Halloween City this year. But moving on to my favorite Halloween City / Party City animatronic from 2022, and one of my favorites of all time from Halloween City, and one of my favorite animatronics of all time from Spirit Halloween, Halloween City, and Home Depot, which you guys should know who it is. And it's not the Creep from the Creep Show, because I took him out. My favorite is... That's right. My favorite is the Circus Popcorn Machine Clown. I love this thing so much. I'm actually hoping to maybe pick this guy up after, like, after Halloween, or, because I just love this guy. Or maybe even next year, because I love this guy. One of my favorite animatronics of all time. His so cool, so professional. Like, it's very impressive of an animatronic. His head pops out and his mouth moves. So cool. I definitely want to get this guy. He's on my top animatronics that I really want right now, which the two animatronics that I really want right now are Grimm and this guy, which in all would be about $470 in all, which is quite a bit, but I think I could definitely make it happen to where I could get him. And of course, if I use the 15% off Halloween City or Party City coupon, you could get him for $187, which would be awesome. I just love this guy. He looks so cool. The only problem with him is the popcorn. It looks okay. It definitely looks like popcorn from far away, I've heard, but it just doesn't look too great up close. But that's it for today. So this guy just looks awesome. He's so cool. I definitely might want to pick him up at some point, like between this year and next year, because next year I'm probably going to get like 3 animatronics next year, because I just not only from Halloween City or Party City, but more than likely two. I'm hoping to get a lot more animatronics next year. You guys know I got Shorty last year. He's set up in my room right now. Henry Hustle is out in my garage right now because I was going to do a demo and then I forgot. And so he's still out in the garage. And I've got the brown jumping spider. And I want to get Grimm from Spirit Halloween before the popcorn machine clown. So yeah, and I'm going to do the Grimm Spirit Halloween reviews tomorrow. So you guys should, I'm going to try at least. So you guys should be expecting that tomorrow. So like, subscribe, and hit that bell. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.